Hi guys, it's LynVanieuy, and today I thought I would give you guys a brow tutorial because I have a lot of people always say that I have really nice brows. It looks so weird right now because my whole face is done but not my brows. So I just thought I would do this quick brow tutorial, give you some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. I'm by no means telling you guys that you have to do your brows this specific way because obviously you don't. Everybody has their own preference as to how they do their brows. You could do them really dark and bold or whatever shape you want to do. This is just the way that I do them because I realize that a lot of people say that they like my brows, so I just figured I would show you guys how I do mine. The first tip slash trick I want to tell you guys is something I just kind of recently started to follow, where in order to get the most natural looking brow, and by no means do I mean you need to have a natural looking brow, like I said, do your brows however the fuck you want to do your brows because they're your brows. But one of the tips and tricks that I've recently started doing is to go a shade lighter than your natural brow hair. My hair is like naturally dirty blonde, and so my brows are also dirty blonde. Recently I started using a taupe eye pencil. So you want to go a shade lighter than your natural brow color, which will make it look more natural. Now there are three different, well actually there's more than three different ways or products you can do your brows with. I specifically prefer using a pencil and a spoolie brush, but I know a lot of people like using powder. Like you could even use eyeshadow if you find a shade that matches your brows really, really well, but I find that it's not as precise. Like I find that powders in general are not as precise as I would like them to be and a little less long wearing. And then the other option you could do is brow gel. You could do tinted or clear just to hold them in place, give them a little more volume. I really like the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is in the shade 1, which is like their lightest shade. And I do like using this a lot, but I do find if you're a beginner, this is probably not a good product for you just because it does take a lot of manipulation to get it the way you want. There are also pomades, sort of like cream eye products. I haven't tried those before. I do imagine that they would be somewhat easy to use. I'm just gonna show you how I do my brows now. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit closer. So here's my natural brows. Beautiful, right? I'm using a softbox for the first time ever, and it is casting a little bit orange. Hopefully it's not as orange as it's showing. And I put highlighter on, and I didn't think it was gonna be this strong, but girl, whoo, it is strong. So I'm just gonna use my brow pencil. This is the Annabelle eyebrow pencil in the color 10 Taupe, and this is a really good eyebrow pencil. You can find it at the drugstores. This is just what I like using. Eventually I want to be able to get an ABH pomade in Taupe. I think that would be really great. So basically what I like to do, because my eyebrows are really thin and I like to build them up like bigger than they are, I like to go underneath. So I'll go like this. And you're basically just drawing underneath your eyebrow where it naturally is. I like to do this. And then my tail's really thin, so basically the underneath doesn't really apply there. I just kind of draw that. I have this hair that's being really finicky there. Okay. And then I go above. So it looks like that. And I try to keep it really light towards the inside, so it like fades in naturally kind of, and then I just kind of fill it in. For a natural looking brow, you want to do your strokes in the way that your hair would naturally grow. So typically your hair naturally grows up, and then when you get to your arch, it'll start coming down like that. So then I just fill in the rest, and I try using a lighter hand as I go. And then I go to the other eyebrow. And a good thing to remember is eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Definitely need to work on getting my eyebrows to be a little more sister-like, because now at this point, for some reason, they're a little bit more of like mother and daughter than they are sisters. Then what I like to do is take my spoolie, and I just like to brush out the front a little bit. And then I go in with a makeup wipe. I know a lot of people prefer to go in with a concealer, but I like just going in with a makeup wipe and just cleaning up the edges. And then I just like going back in with my pencil and just kind of filling in any areas that got kind of sparse from the spoolie. But I try to go in fairly lightly so it doesn't look so harsh. So there you have it. brows. So guys, that's how I do my brows. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found this helpful. As I said before, you don't have to do your brows like this. This is just how I do my brows. You can do your brows however you want because, as I said, they're your brows, so you do you, boo. This is just how I do mine, and I thought I would just share. So in case you were curious as to how I did my personal brows and you wanted a few tips and tricks that I use to do my brows, then hope you enjoyed this. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to follow me on my social media pages. I leave them linked in the description box below for you guys to check out. And until next time, keep shining. Bye guys.